Here we are. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Locked In Podcast. We got two guests today, and you got your host right here. I'm your host, as always, George M, aka G-Mac or G-Money. And we got two great guests and two friends of mine today. We got my boy, Big Benny. What's up, Benny?
What's up, peoples? Thank you for
Good to
having
have
me
you.
back.
Good to have you back as well. And we have my man here, DJ Rowe, aka Reeling. What's up, bro? How you doing?
G Money, thanks for having me. What's going on, baby?
You know it, bro. Same old, bro. Just having a good little, Thursday evening, bro. I'm glad to get you guys both on the line, and just trying to look forward to a great episode, man. The work has been
Thursday
done.
night live on the
We're
Locked
here.
In podcast, baby. Let's go.
Yep. You know it. So what's going on, guys? How you guys doing on this, on this fall last Thursday of the month?
I apologize if I'm being too loud, but I'm excited to be on my first podcast interview, guys. Manny,
You're
it's a
fine.
pleasure. G
God
Money,
bless
you
you.
already know it's a pleasure. Let's get
Always,
this
bro.
party rolling, baby. I wish we could be DJing at the same time. We should have planned this a little bit better.
We could.
We're
But
gonna,
that's
yeah,
what
you know what? We
happened.
work on that. We work on that one day. We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that shit another time.
Definitely,
We
definitely.
know it. So here we are live, guys, and again, we apologize a little. We kind of started late with to get everybody kind of on board, but here we are, though. Everything's looking well. So how well, let's start this. How was you guys' day?
So
Who
far,
wants
so
to
good.
You go first,
It's
man.
been a good day. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. So far, so good. Everything is working out very well. I mean, the day has been the way it is. It's been pretty nice for the past couple.
Yep.
So can't complain. Still alive as always.
Standing vertical. Nothing better than standing vertical, right, Manny?
Absolutely, absolutely.
For me, guys,
What
it's been
about you, man?
a typical day. As I said earlier, for the people that's watching, I'm into construction. I do construction, so I'm all over the place. I work mostly in Philadelphia right now. I'm a little tired, but I'm excited and full of energy for this interview right here. So
Definitely, bro.
my day
All
was
right.
great. Like every other day, we wake up, we're alive. That's a great thing.
It's a beautiful feeling,
Absolutely.
man. We're all blessed to be here, man. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad you guys have a good day, man. It's not every day you get to have two great guys that can bring great content like you two guys who are DJs, and we'll
Man,
get
you
to
guys
that.
have the best
But
podcast interview right here. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
yeah. Like I said, we're lucky to have you both you guys here, man. So okay, for those who don't know, we did this a little different this week. So it was no real topic, but I feel like sometimes when you don't really have, you just kind of go to the basics. You have a great episode, and we kind of have to go with the flow a little. There is like a subtopic, and it'll be basically balancing. Like we're just talking about just before going live. Balancing life with the family life and work life, trying to make ends meet, which we all can relate to that. And then we'll talk about a little about DJing and kind of like the nightlife and how DJs are appreciated or underappreciated sometimes. And we could talk about a small segment on just the details of DJing and music producing. Since Rose done some music producing, I've been involved a little. You've done some mania, and you have you even sung before. So you've done it all. You're
Yeah,
a jack of all trades. So here we are. Here we are.
absolutely.
All
I
right.
mean,
So
prior
yeah,
to the
let's
pod
start with you.
starting, what everyone missed out in the conversation we were having, how being a DJ is one of the greatest things. However, it can also take a toll on life itself. Life on its own, especially when you have a nightlife, it has its own lifestyle. You have to meet that lifestyle, whether it's staying up all night drinking, or you having various people coming around you, and it can take a toll on your family life. So that was a conversation that we had prior to the podcast starting.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also the difference in pay, the difference in performances people want to pay for. Great performances, however, they don't want to pay what it's worth.
Yeah.
So that's
And that's the
also
problem, bro.
something that we can relate to general life. How we've given company so much power because there's so many of us performing, or even
Looking for that
working
job. Right. Fighting for the
in
same
the same
position, same
field.
field. Yep.
Exactly. So therefore, they have a choice of plethora of people, where they don't have to choose you for your character or your trait or the fact of your experiences. They don't have to choose you for your experiences. If anything, if they see that they don't want you, they don't have to choose you. They get someone else, or they can fire you for someone else. Nowadays, is how you see people don't want to work. It has nothing to do with people don't want to work in general. It's the fact that people are tired, that there's no security behind their jobs, regardless of what field it's in.
That's one of the biggest problems, bro. It seems like everybody wants to like get their field, but they don't want to do the inside work. They have too much of an ego, too much like entitlement. Although, you know what? I'm not doing this. It's funny you say that, and I know Rob he's just probably getting home, but he can still hear us. I see that he's got the mute on mic.
Yeah.
I mean, on mute mic. So
I'm here, guys. I'm here. I was just transitioning from the vehicle to the casa.
Much better, bro.
I
You can hear a lot better.
was listening to it all. Manny,
Yeah,
you
we can
hitting
hear clear.
everything on the money, man. You got 25 years in. I don't even know what to say. You hitting everything on the dot right there.
No doubt. Like Manny's saying, bro, I see this every day. I work at a club now. I mean, I've been working clubs, and Manny knows which one. I told you, Ro, I work at the club. Bro, it's like
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
Handsome face right there. Handsome face.
We
welcome.
We
DJs
live,
are
baby.
cool, bro, but they just some DJs can be little divas, bro. Sometimes the one girl wants a song, or somebody expects a song, they'll pay for it, they still won't play the record. So it's like it depends, man. I'm not gonna say names because I'm cool. All the DJs at the club, and I don't want to kind of go there, but it is what it is, bro. Sometimes
But that was
it gets a little.
see,
like,
that was the
fun.
conversation, and that was the conversation that I and Ro were having prior to the podcast starting. Where I mean, I just found it very interesting how if you hear a certain song, and I'll repeat what I said earlier, if you hear a certain song and you don't know the name of it, and you go to the DJ and you ask him for the name of it or anything like that, just for your self knowledge or just to know and so forth, they're very defensive. There's DJs that are very defensive to give you that name, as if they created the song, as if they were the ones singing.
Let's say they're being disrespectful.
Correct. Absolutely. So they get so defensive about it, and I've always found that intriguing because I'm like, okay, this is a field where we all have to play. We all have to get along. I can give you whatever I want. I can give you whatever songs I want. Yeah. Just because you have the same music I do doesn't necessarily mean you're going to mix it the same way I do. That's the point of being a DJ. That's the point of playing.
And
we can all have the same song.
You got all those years in. You got all those years in. You understand. A lot of these DJs out here, they're not really DJs, man. They try to act. They're wannabe DJs.
Yeah, they're replicas.
Absolutely. And what's funny is that they're the ones that are getting most of the business, and they're the ones that charge the least. They get most of the businesses. You see them in places that they shouldn't have, or you feel like they shouldn't be. However, they're there.
Manny, I call that they don't know their value. You see, I know my worth. You know your worth. I have 10 years in. You got 25 years in. That means something to us. I try to keep professional as a DJ, as I believe you do. A lot of these mofos, I'll say, they don't know how to keep it professional. They don't even know how to talk on the mic. Man, if you DJ, you don't know how to talk on the mic, I'm sorry, you're not a DJ to me.
Absolutely. And that's another thing too. Charisma. It takes charisma to go on a mic. The same way right now we're doing this podcast. Even being professional, speaking on a podcast, you got to have charisma. You got to have that character. If you don't have that character, if you can't speak, if you can't represent yourself, if you can't express yourself, especially in a positive way or in a way for people to understand and everybody feels similar or understand in general, then of course people are not going to feel you. They're not going to understand. They're not even going to want to hear you.
100%. I'm a very, a social person, I'll say. I'm very welcoming. A lot of people are very comfortable coming up to me and having a conversation with me when I'm DJing, and I communicate right back. It's not all about DJing at the end of the day. We are human beings.
No, absolutely not.
I respect people as much as they respect me, to be honest with you. If they come at me with a specific personality, and they're coming at me respectfully, I'll come right back respectfully. If they come at me in a type of way that I don't feel comfortable with and I don't feel the energy, I don't like the energy, I'm going to just ignore it, man. I don't got time to be communicating with people who are always going to be negative. I try to keep positivity in my life at all times, especially as a DJ. You got to know how to do that.
Yeah,
correct.
Absolutely.
Correct. And that brings us to our next point. The next point is the fact that as a DJ, it also is hard too because we have so many people with so many songs and you know they're all
Diverse
individual.
groups, different cultures.
Exactly. So when you have individuality and diversity, and you have so many people from so many different groups coming up to you asking for a song, after a while you get tired because it's like, okay, allow me to finish playing my sets, and
You
then
mean
I can
annoyed? Yeah,
apply
annoyed.
to you. Yeah,
Yeah,
annoyed.
exactly.
Yeah, we can put it that way, annoyed. But that's why you get some of the DJs that do get angry or do get upset. I can understand them too. I can feel what they feel. In the fact of when it comes to customer service, it's very difficult to please everybody. When it comes to customer
100%.
service,
I say that shit all the time, bro.
no matter what you do, there's always going to be one, two, three. There's going to be a percentage that you cannot please, and it's not your fault. It's not
Never,
anybody's fault.
never.
It's
You're
if
not gonna
anything,
please everybody. Never. Don't even try.
if anything, it's the fact of it individuality is the fact that everybody's different. Everybody has their own mentality. Everybody has their own sense of what they want to hear
I'll
and what
say
their sense
this:
of music.
they bring their personal life into whatever establishment they're coming to.
Absolutely, and
They
that's
don't. They don't know what it means to go out and party and have a good time. You have to leave all that personal shit to the side, man. You can't be coming over here and trying to have a good time and in your head thinking about all these problems that you have in your life. It doesn't work that way.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the point of going to the clubs and having a nightlife. The point of it is having a good time. Forgetting whatever your day was, forgetting whatever your week
from
was.
reality. To be honest with you, that's what I've come to summarize it as.
Exactly. Yeah, to escape from reality. I can concur.
You're in another vibe there, bro. DJ, you send the tone. Music will hypnotize you in a good or bad way. And you're the DJ. You're the tone setter. You're the one to set the mood for the whole night. And I see it myself. I'm there 7 to 2, right? I'm there for 7 damn hours. Can you imagine if the DJ's playing whack music? And again, we got 5 DJs. I'd love for one of you guys to work there, but they're already kind of set up.
Well, listen to this. I mean, listen to this. I've been in clubs.
Limits for me, G Money.
I know. You're off limits. I get it.
Well, put it like this. I've been in clubs where the DJ repeats within 8 hours or within the 5 hours that they're actually playing. 5 hours, not even 8, 5 hours. Within the 5 hours, repeat the same song multiple times. Multiple times. And in a row, in the same mix, in the same everything. And I'm not gonna point out what specific culture does this or what specific nationality does this.
We don't need to. No, we don't need to.
However, they repeat the same songs, and when you're there working, whether it's as a bouncer or even if you're a guest DJ, and you hear these same songs being repeated after, let me tell you again, like you said, I have 25 plus years. I've listened to songs of so many varieties, and there's music from way back when, from the 20s, all the way to the present.
Oh my God!
There's no need for you to actually play the same song anywhere from 3 to 4 times in just one set.
The maximum amount of times I've replayed a song in any type of mix I've done is 3 times, and it's only because it's a hit song at the current time. It's like something everybody likes and everybody's listening to.
I can understand that.
I'm not playing it in the same hour either. It's gonna be like 2-3 hours after. You know what I mean? When everybody forgot that they even listened to that song.
Absolutely. Or there's new customers that came in and the old ones left. I mean, that's the way I see it.
You know it. Yeah, he's a DJ. I already know.
Yeah, so, I mean, people are coming.
For everybody that's watching, this is the first time me and Manny have even met. So.
Right. You guys didn't meet yet. You're about to meet. Well,
we got similar mentality though, because we come from the same spot. So we got similar mentality.
Yeah, both from Europe. Yeah, both were. I mean, Rob was actually born here, but he's Albanian like me. But he's from Spain. So New York City, East Coast, DJing, working hard, grinding. It's a lot of similarities. It's all like
shout out to G Money for making this happen, baby.
Absolutely. shout out, G Money.
I appreciate
it. No, but
yeah,
I mean, let me tell you. Being in the nightlife, being in the DJ life, that also is another thing I wanted to add. As you said, G Money before, how the music keeps the vibe alive. You know what I mean? The music keeps the vibe alive. It's what makes the atmosphere. You know, that's why certain DJs play the way they do. You know, being a DJ, and that was the other thing, being a DJ, the fact that we can play the same songs but mix them differently is the way we express ourselves through the music. We express
100%.
ourselves through our mixes. So people, when they enjoy our mixes, is because they're enjoying the vibe we're giving. They're enjoying what we're presenting to them in the manner we're presenting it to them at the point in time, which is what makes them even more excited when they start dancing, when they start lifting their fist pumping Jersey style.
Jersey style.
Who knows? So
and
when
you
you see people dancing and having a good time,
and they're patient when you start mixing, you know what I mean? Because usually when you just start, there's not a lot of people there, and I like to go slow vibe when I'm DJing. Not all the time, but I like to mix in slow vibes, you know, R&B here and there.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And some people, they don't understand that. A lot of women that I see, they come up to me, they're like, hey, can you play more twerk music? Oh, man, come on.
Twerk music.
Whistle while you twerk. I mean,
they ask for twerk music, and then you play the twerk music, and they don't even twerk. So come on.
Well, you know what's funny? Wait, that's also in the Latin community too. I mean, let me tell you, once upon a time, we used to be so soulful. We used to dance and love to dance with our partners and all that stuff. Nowadays, everybody's just bobbing their head and sitting back and smoking hookah and just drinking. You know, and that's it. Bobbing their head, bobbing their bodies. That's it. No one dance anymore, man. No one dancing.
Dancing it's considered fast. They twerk.
I'm not gonna blame COVID for this. We can't blame COVID.
You know what I mean? Dancing in 2021. Tell me, what is dancing? People don't know what dancing is anymore.
People don't know what bachata is or salsa.
I used to have a blast. I used to have the best time of my life. And I wasn't even trying, man. I wasn't even trying. And now you go out, people don't know how to have a good time. Their faces are as if they were in their own home. They don't know how to have a party face on. You gotta have a specific mentality when you go out. You can't just go out and think you're going to have the same face as if you were home in a freaking nightclub or whatever the case may be.
It's different, bro, because like Manny said, bro, like I see this myself. I chill there, I get there at 7 o'clock. I take my break around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, 7:50 sometimes. I think in break, bro. By the time 11 hits, it's like it's a whole other night. Like think about like the night, it's already over. It's a new night because the DJ can kind of like play the music. Then I could be bored. I could eat. Again, you get sleepy because you're the club and you eat heavy. But now the music wakes me up again. I've seen the girls dancing. I've seen the people coming in. There's customers that want to shake their ass and dance. So I'm like, okay, the vibe is there. And then there's some days I just don't feel it. And the DJ, I mean, even though they're good DJs, sometimes they don't even, they don't play no songs to really wake me up a little or bring the
G-Money. Let me cut you off. I don't want to cut you off, but let me cut you off to say this, man. Honestly, it's not even about the DJ anymore, man. It's about the individual. Yeah. Like, what was your plan? What was your mental plan before you even decided to go out? Like, honestly, personally, for me, I can say this. When I go out and party or whatever, I don't even care who's DJing, man. Even if they play the worst shit ever. I'm there to have a good time. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you got to understand, you have to have the right energy to go out and enjoy your time. You can't, because sometimes you have a good DJ, sometimes you have a bad DJ. What is that? You're going to let that ruin your night? No, I'm alive, man. I got energy without music. You know what I'm saying? This DJ life, I always say this DJ life, I didn't come to it. This DJ life found me. Like, it called me, right?
It's a calling for you.
And I love it. You know what I mean? I find myself when I'm DJing, I enjoy myself. I interact with people, and they like it too. Because I give them
my brother, I gotta add something to that. You know, one thing I've always said, and I've said it to G-Money once upon a time too. Right. In New York, if you're from New York, regardless of what part of New York, whether you're from Brooklyn, you're from Bronx, you're from Manhattan, you're from Staten Island, you're from Long Island, you're going to leave New York with some type of musical talent. You can't leave New York without a musical talent. New York is 100%. Music. New York has always been music. So you're going to fall in one of the two categories. As a matter of fact, three. You're either the musician, you're either the DJ, or you're the singer. That's it. You know what I mean? You're going to leave with some type of talent. And that's what New York is about. New York has talents from all over the world that come to one little city. And everybody comes together. We just take from each other, and then we spread it around the world, or we spread it in the nationwide. I mean, a lot of New Yorkers go to Philly. Philly
Right.
gets some talents from New York. Philly gets talents from New Jersey. You know what I mean? New Jersey also
Exactly.
has their own talents. You
I
know,
see
and
it all
being
the
so close
time,
to New
man.
York.
People from New York travel to Philly because they always listening to the same shit out there. They're sick and tired of that
Absolutely.
hip hop
Absolutely.
EDM mixture of music.
Exactly. It's all mixed these days.
People
Absolutely.
always want to listen to a mixture and upbeat music. Sometimes people just want to listen to an original song, let it ride all the way through,
Yep.
and then transition to a new song.
Transition,
And
A
right?
you
lot
know
of these
what? You
motherfuckers
also can't
nowadays,
forget.
they mix in, they don't even let the song play for more than 1 minute. They go automatically into
Yeah.
a next other song. I'm like, what? You missed the best part, man.
It
Oh,
reminds me of people with short attention span. Yes, absolutely. It's like people with short attention span. But we also can't forget too, New York, remember, New York gets a lot of new music and they also create the music there. So they get music before anywhere else. But also, we can't fall asleep on Florida. Florida, between Orlando and Miami, they also get music, but they get mostly music, a lot of Latin music before we get it, and a lot of South American music before we get it as well. You
Yeah,
know,
a
New
lot of
so
York
the
gets it right.
EDM,
I noticed
too.
that.
A
Why
lot
is
of the
that?
EDM, a lot electronic dance music. They get all that.
yep, absolutely. A lot of the dance, a lot of the house music. I mean, Florida is known for that. That's what we call the house scene. You know what I mean, or the
Yeah,
techno scene.
exactly.
You know, so
Miami.
Florida is known for that. Florida is known for that. New York is known for the hip hop. New York is known, you know, for the reggae, Jamaican reggae, the
R&B,
Haitian
the
music.
soul.
I
Yep.
mean R&B, yes, R&B and soul. You know, it's known for that. So we always get in touch with all types of music from everywhere. You know, then of course when you have people from across the world that come over to New York, they bring their music, and we start learning about other music because it's not just about English music. It's Arabic music. It's Latin music.
Right.
It's German music. It's
International,
Russian
baby.
music.
We international
Absolutely,
with it.
Yep.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
people are not
And
ready
that's
for that. I'm sorry, Manny. You
no,
know, I already
not at
can
all.
tell. I have
Not
to
at
DJ
all.
here at this lounge where I'm at currently. For everybody that's watching, Black Diamond Lounge, South Jersey, holla at your boy
That's right.
Fridays and
All
Check it
Saturday
out.
right.
nights.
Promote
You
that shit.
already
Speak your
God
know.
shit.
bless. All right. Black Diamond, Black Diamond. Make
Black
Big
sure you
one.
Diamond,
check them
Yeah.
out.
yeah,
Check them
man.
out every
I
weekend.
can't even play EDM or house music for these motherfuckers out here
You
because
know why?
once I play that shit, you see everybody's facial expression change. They're like, "What the fuck
Exactly,
is
bro.
this?"
City in my club. They're too one-sided. All they want to hear is trap music. I'm sorry, but I don't hear trap music all the fucking time. I
And
mean, as a DJ, I'm
unfortunately,
with
not
trap music, but I'm
everybody
playing
has
other
the
shit too.
musical ear, Jergy. Not
Yeah.
everybody understands music. They're only used to listening to mainstream music. What's on the radio? What's on top 100?
What's
Anything
popping?
recent. Yeah, what's popping? They don't really know music in depth like that. Like Manny said, he's 25 years in. Who knows? Maybe he has multiple hard drives of music. He can't even fit all his music in one hard
Well,
drive. You know what I'm
he
saying?
knows this because I mean,
Yeah.
like I've expressed to Georgie too. I have music from actually around the world that I mixed in. I
Yeah.
have music that is Arabic. I have music that is Moroccan. I have music that is Spanish. I have music from
Spain,
Argentina, Cuba, Colombia,
Brazil,
Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic,
Asia. Yeah.
Brazilian, Portuguese.
African.
So uh, Russian. I got Russian reggaeton. I mean, no one's even heard that over here. Russian reggaeton. So
Right.
I
No
mean,
one even knows
What?
about that. That's
music.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Russian reggaeton is one of the biggest things in Russia. I mean, you got to hear it. It's a different vibe.
The techno
Moroccans, they
music.
have their own reggaeton too. Moroccans have their own reggaeton. So,
North
and it's a
Africa. Yeah.
different vibe as well. And they sing it in French and Arabic, and then you
Or in a
have
mixed language, or in the middle between Arabic and
exactly.
French.
This
Sometimes,
is what
yeah.
I'm saying. And a lot of these reggaeton artists from here, they go over there to actually be a part of their song and their music because
Yeah.
they've heard it, they've listened to it. However, they don't share it over here because they know that nobody's going to want to listen to it because nobody's going to feel it because
Manny, I
everyone's
don't want to
only
cut you
into
off,
their
but I think
mainstream.
this is a good time for us to get into what made us get into DJing, man.
Yeah.
Let me start it off. Let me
All
start
right,
it
start it
off.
off. Come on.
It's been 10 years. So I was in college, I don't know if Manny knows, but G Money knows. I'm a singer, I'm an artist, I rap, I make
produces,
music, I
yes,
produce
makes
beats,
beats, yep.
I know how to master it all. So being that said, I got into the DJing part because I had high hopes at the time. I was like, maybe I'm gonna perform one day, I'm gonna be on stage. The DJ that I'm gonna have back there might not know how to mix in the stuff how I want it to be mixed in. So let me learn how to DJ a little bit. You know, one day maybe if I get famous or whatever, I'll be able to do it myself. I'll have it pre-made, pre-mixed before I get there. And here I am today, man, you know, 10 years ahead. I love it. I love it. I love DJing, man. It's definitely a blessing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the greatest experiences that I you know, one of the few greatest experiences I've had being a DJ. But like yourself, you know what? I can relate because like yourself, actually, I knew some people that actually wanted me to sing with them. They had a crew together, you know, and yeah, they had a singing crew, a rap crew.
Oh, you're gonna
and
love me,
I was
man.
one of
I'll
the
be
few.
singing to people. I'll be singing,
And
man.
I was one of the few, but that's the thing. I was one of the few that I'm multilingual, so I speak multiple languages, and I speak them fluently. So I used to be able to rap in Spanish and English, and this was way back when Spanish rap was the shit. You know what I mean?
Killing them,
So
killing them.
you know what I mean. So when they got me part of the group, I was like, all right, cool. But then we had a problem. We didn't have a music engineer. We didn't have somebody to mix or play the song or play the beats for us. So then I was like, all right, you know what? I'll take that part. I'll be the DJ. And it just went from there. You know, I just started playing the music and everything whenever we did little shows and stuff like that. Soon enough, you know, I just ended up being a backup singer and started DJing even more. Then from DJing, I started doing apartments. I started DJing in apartments.
What were you singing? What type of music, if you don't mind me asking?
So it was Spanish rap. It was Spanish rap. So it was regular hip hop, but with English and Spanish lyrics. So I used to mix.
So like Spanglish almost, maybe like a little mixed.
Like Spanglish, like people would say Spanglish.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. So I was able to do it fluently, while the other guys that I worked, you know, that I sang with, they would sing in English and they would add only 1 or 2 Spanish words. However, I would actually speak in both languages together. So it was something different. It was something unique. You know what I mean? When I can actually splice a sentence that I'm saying in English and then add it with a Spanish, you know, sentence.
It's a gift, man.
It was unique. It was unique.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm myself. I speak Albanian and I speak English.
Exactly.
I know how to read and write Italian. I know how to rewrite Arabic as well.
Exactly, like G Money.
In Albanian and English. That's what I'm fluent in.
Exactly. Yeah. So think about it, like G Money. So Albanian and English, let's say you make a whole sentence, and now I'm giving you this idea and you might be able to do it. Let's say you make a sentence and in the middle of the sentence you all of a sudden change it up and you start singing in English. That's what it's about. You're adding
you got a metaphor going on at the same time. Like it can get very deep, man. I know. I'm an artist, poetic. Man. I understand.
It becomes poetic. So that's what I used to do back then. And I used to write my own lyrics and I used to do my own thing. And I would write about things that's going on in the hood, things that was going on in New York, things that were going on in my life at the time.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, it was all about reality. That's what it was about back then. Yeah. You know, we used to sing hip hop and everything. It was about reality. It was about the struggle. It was about what we were going through. I mean, not so much what it is now. Now it's mainstream to the point where everything is commercialized. It's about what you got. It's about your chain.
Showing off,
it's about what you're doing.
Well, that's
how it was. Yeah, that's how it was about I'm gonna say 2 years ago. In today and age, the music has changed to a different, a whole different dynamic. Yeah, and it's pretty.
Whole different style, sound.
I'm trying to put it delicately and nicely, but it's
cancel you, right?
It's definitely I don't want to be canceled, but it's definitely gibberish. It's definitely gibberish. It's just gibberish, and it has no meaning.
There's no meaning. There's no foundation in the song. These people are not living what they're preaching, man.
But they're not saying anything, bro. They're not saying anything. That's the problem sometimes. Even
but that's exactly what G Money just said. It's what G Money just said. Okay, the instrumental is nice. The flow of it is nice. However, the meaning of it, there is no meaning. It's just a bunch of words that you put together.
No foundation, man.
It's the same way of the creation, and I'm sorry to put it this way, and I have to, but it's the same way of people creating pronouns or the pronoun create. This is what I call the pronoun creativity era. Yeah. Everybody's creating words that really have no meaning or no purpose. Though they make a meaning and purpose to themselves, and though they express it that way, but they're trying to stuff it down other people's throats that you just can't.
Two words, right? Fleek, which again is a slang word, but fleek, and then you have these females, you know, like listen to Cardi B that makes words like a cool, which is not really a word, it's like a sound. But cool. That means you really are you're prissy and you're ready to go on a date or something. What does the core mean? You know, does it mean like all right? It's like a slang, corny word. It's not even a word. It's a sound. It's you might as well say meow like a cat. I mean, I get it. Females like saying, you know, words and all that, but at least make the word sound a little like a word. Or like, for example, the word ether. Nas made a song called Ether 20 years ago. They was dissing Jay-Z and they're dissing each other. Ether is actually recognized as a word now, meaning if I ether somebody, you destroy somebody, right? But that's ether was already a word. He just used it in a different situation, a different meaning. It wasn't a made-up word. If you can make up a word, it sounds cool, go ahead and make it. But I mean, I don't know.
NAS, my man Nas killed Jay-Z with that ether diss. Let's not go there.
Watching the stuff like that, bro. Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Let's not. Yeah, ain't gonna go there. But you know, we don't want to be shut down. Now, you know what? One of the best beefs ever. But yeah, I would say Nas definitely won. You know, and you're from Brooklyn, by the way, but you were repping Queens at that time because you know it was Nas won. You know, it was close.
I rep whoever raps their heart off, bro. And Nas is on another level, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
The way he like puts words together and shit is just crazy, man.
It's poetic. It's poetic.
What up, Esco? Nas is my guy. I like Jay-Z too, though, but Nas is my guy.
Nas is poetic. He's poetic, yeah. Just like Eminem could be. Eminem is one of the greatest lyricists in the world right now. You know what I mean? So I mean,
right when he wants to be, he can be very.
He still hits strong.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be mixing in Eminem nowadays still, man. People hate me.
Eminem's still nice. What you mean? Eminem is hard. He still has his day. All the new rappers
they hate me for it, and no disrespect to Hove either. My man Hove got a lot of hits, man.
Classic.
No, absolutely.
One of the greatest of all time. Period.
Absolutely.
But Eminem, bro,
Eminem picked the wrong timing with Nas. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But here's the thing with Eminem. People will either use him as a stepping stone or they want to try to throw a jab to get dissed by him to get some recognition. Look at Machine Gun Kelly. He helped his whole career. Now he does rock, and he's with Megan Fox. And Eminem killed him because he thought he could fuck with Eminem. No, you can't, bro. Sorry. You can't. Your song was nice, but Eminem was a little hotter. I mean,
Eminem ends careers, bro. Need I say more? Eminem ends careers.
Yeah,
and it's known. He's known for that.
His fucking beard looks weird. Eminem made a whole joke.
He said, recent victim, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, baby.
Yeah.
And he's okay too. He's a good rapper.
Now
but I mean,
my man's wearing dresses and shit. What?
Yeah, he became a rocker. He became a stone cold high rocker. No more rapping. He's with that cute girl now.
Yeah, but like you said, we got to be careful with that too. You know, the whole wearing dresses and males wearing dresses, because of the whole. You know, we have to be careful with that too. We don't want to offend no one. Yeah, we don't want to offend no one. Right now,
I'm just saying what it was. He wore a dress. He's wearing dresses.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, until Eminem ripped him a new a-hole.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
it's true, bro. But no,
true.
I agree with Manny because here's the thing. We gotta be careful what I say because they're on this platform. They can't hear it, shut you down. Because guess what? What you say, really, Rob, is very true. But like, they don't like to hear the truth. They just want you to be like, to kind of like either don't say nothing or just kind of keep it moving. There is gonna be people there trying to push it down. Oh, where this? Dave Chappelle made a great comment. He made a joke, but it's kind of, he said the baby killed some black guy in North Carolina. Nothing happened. He got a song. He made one comment about, you know, gays and all that, and they try to shut him down. What did Chappelle say is wrong? Nothing. But guess what? They want to, you know, shut down Chappelle. And he's actually being really honest. Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians of our time. Again, I'm glad you kind of brought that. And, you know, we kind of got to be careful when we get there, when we go there. But again, you know,
I abide by the Constitution of the United States of America, my friends. I'm as American as it fucking gets.
Yeah,
I know my rights as a citizen. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I know what the Constitution says, and freedom of speech is a great thing, motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
So they have their own opinion. I can have my own. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to offend nobody if people feel offended either. We just having a conversation. That's all.
We live, and that's the other issue. We live in a very sensitive society now.
Well, it becomes sensitive, but you know, it's just part of the deal.
And very judgmental.
Yes.
Yeah, quick to judge, quick to get mad. I mean, I get it. We got to be careful how we choose our words too. But even if it's something in the most respectful, cool, righteous way, and you just speak the truth, they'll be like, I don't like this. Somebody's always going to see on Twitter or Facebook trying to cancel you, trying to make up a big deal, and then they go in and they argue with you, and then or they do this spy, they're trying to get your information to your boss, to try to get you in trouble, to get you fired, retired, canceled,
well, that's
censored.
Cancel.
I mean, you know,
they
can take down videos for you speaking the truth.
That's
and
what
you're just
the
saying,
cancel culture is.
I accept the people, but I mean, you know, I'm not going to make up lies and not speak.
If you don't like what you hear, you don't gotta listen. You don't gotta watch.
But that's not what they're talking about. That's not how they think. Again, cancel culture is a disease, you know.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
It
you gotta
is.
speak knowledge into people's heads, George.
Well,
Yeah.
talking about the cancel culture, didn't they try to cancel Eminem too? I remember this one person went on TikTok and was trying to cancel Eminem,
Oh
and
my
Eminem
God.
responded to that. Eminem responded to it by a song. He actually
Oh
made a
shit!
song,
I don't know about this. What happened?
bro. You gotta look it up, bro. He made a song about it, not
Was it
about the
recent?
person per se, not the person per se. It was in
Mhm.
general how you were trying to cancel him,
I
and
see. I see.
he's not going nowhere. Believe you
Yeah.
me, you got to listen to the song. It's hot. But
What's
let
it
me put it
called?
like
You know
this.
the name?
No, I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of it. All you got to do is put Eminem cancel culture, and it should
Okay.
pop up.
Yeah,
But
watch
I
it.
mean, they're
Or
trying to
Eminem.
he
cancel my man
actually
Kyrie right now as we speak.
Who?
So here comes another example of cancel culture. Just because he doesn't want to go with the majority and get a vaccine, they're not trying to let this man play basketball, and he's one of the best.
Oh, Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie Irving. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
absolutely, and
Speak
he's
on that,
humble.
brother.
He's a humble person.
Yeah.
You know
Man,
that I've seen. He's a humble person.
this comes back to say we have constitutional rights as citizens of the United States of America, man. They're trying to force a mandated vaccine on us. I feel like, or no, the Constitution gives us freedom where we can say no, and they're trying to make it forced upon us.
Well, you know that's another. I would say that's another podcast on its own, only because
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
let's
to
not
be
get
want
into
honest,
to.
little by little, yeah, because to be honest, little by little, if you haven't realized, we're actually losing freedom, but nobody's seeing that. Instead, they want to
Well, like
see
sand
little
coming at
by
your
they
hand.
want
little.
to see all the commercials and they want to
Like
see
sand
everything
coming
that's
at your
going.
hand, bro.
Oh,
Exactly.
look, there's a new
What the
iPhone
fuck
coming
is
out.
YouTube nowadays? I don't even.
Yeah,
I hate YouTube now. I can't even enjoy YouTube. There's ads every
no.
fucking place.
Corny ads.
Ads,
Yeah.
there's ads everywhere. There's women
Messages. There's
exploitation
stop.
everywhere, because that's what trying to distraction. That's what distraction is. A distraction is actually that
Clickbaits.
exploiting something,
Clickbaits.
clickbaits.
It's always been the
So
titles.
Propaganda
Fake
at
all it
its
is
titles.
a
finest,
distraction.
gentlemen. Propaganda.
Propaganda.
Yep. So that's what I mean. That right there is a podcast all on its own.
Oh yeah.
That's a podcast. But
But we can
to
touch
return
base
back to
on it
what
a
we were
little bit
saying,
because we're living in those times right now. So that's
we
why I
are,
brought it up.
we are, we are living in those times, unfortunately and sadly.
Yeah.
We are
Yep.
living in those times where,
You already
you
know,
know,
man. Now they're coming up with all these different variants of it. And not only
well,
that, they're saying to people, the people who got vaccines can still get it. So what the fuck is the vaccine for? Like, oh man,
that's the
we live in a
problem.
fucked
And
up world, guys.
well, this is a thing. I've always, philosophically, one of the things I've always said and I've always believed is that, you know, if you ever want to understand something, learn. If you ever want to, you know, understand something that you have no clue or no idea what it is, then pick up a book and learn about it. You know, read about it, find your information about it. And I'm not talking about Google, because Google can actually alter anything and everything from our past. As if you haven't noticed, a lot of our past have been altered because Google is controlled by man, so it can be rewritten by man. Books, however, books cannot be controlled.
Books
It's
are
already
crazy.
written. So if you find books that are from before this time or
Yeah, before the
before
new
years
era
ago,
information. Yep. Good point.
before the new era, before the new generation, you'll actually find a lot of viable information, not information from today. Although I understand that we also progress and we end up learning new things, which is fine, but we must always learn the old before we can learn the new. You know, so anytime that we find ourselves at a point where we're trying to understand something or we're trying to have a knowledge of something, it's not good to allow someone else to explain it to us. Better more that we learn ourselves and practice ourselves. Now, I'm not saying that everybody can go out there and be a doctor or a nurse or, you know, be a physicist or be a chemist of any kind, or even a geneticist or a phlebotomist or anything in that nature. If anything, I'm just saying that it's good that we actually learn things of our own.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up, Manny, because in this life, people do not know what their purpose is. People have no purpose.
That's the problem.
Absolutely.
This is a main problem of ourselves, of
Yes.
society in general.
Correct.
They have no
Correct.
purpose, and they try to imitate others that they see on social media, and they think
Correct.
it's easy. They don't see what was put into their life before they got to that point. They think everything just comes. No. You see, me, as I have my business, right? I run a handyman / construction business currently. It took me about 10 years, a whole decade, to get to a position where I am at a stable position and I can say, hey, I got multiple employees that are working for me, and I have a good amount of income where I'm living a blessed life. I'm thankful and grateful, but it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point. Nothing happens overnight, especially with this DJ stuff, man. A lot of people, I don't know if we can curse on here, but they're dick riders.
Go ahead, curse what you want.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that, you know, they try to be a teacher's pet. I was never that. That's why a lot of people didn't like me, because I'm not a yes person. I'm not going to do what you tell me. If I can't express myself freely how I want to do it, and if I can't play whatever music I feel like playing, I'm not going to be DJing. They
want to censor. They want to control you, bro. They want you to play the music they want to play, not what you want to play. It's easy to understand, bro. The world is changing, but it's a deep conversation, you know. And we could talk about this for hours, but you know that's how it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
they want to control what we fucking listen. What you watch on TV, many said it. TV is different, information is different. Even Google's being alternated, and you think you're getting the right results, but you're getting some of the right results, you know, or like right answers. Some of these you gotta look at old books, bro. That's why I never throw books away. I mean, I give them away. I can't throw books away. That's too precious.
I mean, like right now, a lot of history from the United States have been changed, as you've noticed. A lot of statues that's been out for generations are now being torn down for whatever reasons, or personal reasons of the person's individual that are in, you know, that are sort of to blame of this situation. And they're putting up statues and idolizing something that, or someone that they shouldn't, you know. It's sad. And as you see that the history of that is also being altered, you know. I mean, a lot of the information that is viable or what made this country the way it is being altered. And Google can alter that because, again, it's being run by a person.
Maybe this country got to the point where it has been. Let's not count the past 20 to 25 years. Let's say it's been built on actual freedom. I mean, not everybody has had the freedom that they deserve, but it was built on certain principles.
Correct.
That are definitely being stripped away from us at this current time.
And that's one of the sad things. And even to get to this point, you know, yeah, we're going through it right now. And it's, again, like I said, it's sad to see, because as a person as myself, that I'm very observant of everything around me.
Be right back, guys. Sorry, man.
Yeah. To be observant from everything around me, I've noticed how, you know, food, we're not finding food as easily as we used to. The shelves are a little emptier as the way they, compared to the way they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad to see, you know, soon enough. I mean, if we have the money, okay, but what are we going to spend it on if we don't have the products and the produce that we're looking for? You know, to fix your, the resources, and to fix your car, even to fix your car is difficult now. It's difficult to find a mechanic that would actually work on your car, or that actually knows what they're doing.
Would actually trying to fuck you over or something like that.
Yeah. And the other thing is, oh, look, Little Ro.
This guy out.
Little DJ Ro.
You're not going to stay put for too long, but
there
this is my son, guys. He's 1 year old.
God bless.
I have this other one right here. This is my 5-year-old daughter, Abby.
Oh, yeah. Hello. God bless. Oh my God. God bless you, bro.
You guys gotta leave me alone now.
Do what you gotta do.
He's a family man. You know how it is. For sure.
I thought I'd keep my children in my first ever interview.
Why not, bro? Good idea.
God bless. Of course. But you see, that's a perfect example right there. You know, we work so hard and we do so much for our family. We provide for our family. And right now we're at a situation where we go to supermarkets, we barely see produce or resources or stocks. We're having difficulty even coming up with money or even getting money. It's getting difficult to even work, even though there's jobs all over the place. However, there's no stability behind it. You know, those are one of many issues that we're facing right now in America. And that's aside from society.
G-Money
you guys already understand what it means to not have anything, man. We
Yeah.
come
Oh,
from the mud, literally. We come
We
from
come
the
from the
mud,
bottom.
guys. Like
Like,
my background as a family, they were farmers. Like we took care of sheep,
absolutely.
cows, chickens,
Absolutely.
you name it. You
Cows.
understand?
We have dogs in
So
around, you know what I mean?
us
Dogs guarding
coming
us the
into a
wolves.
society like
like that.
this, seeing all of these opportunities, and there's people that are obese. They don't take care of their own bodies.
They're entitled.
It shows you what? It shows you that a lot of people are being lazy, you know, and the country that we live in currently actually has systemized it to be that way, because they don't
Yeah.
want everybody to be working. They want people to be controlled. So, because if people are really awake, they understand what? They understand that the people are in control, not the government.
But
So
you
let's
know,
not
and
continue because I don't
one
want to
thing
get
that I
kicked out of here.
no, you won't. But I will
Nah,
say
you're good.
this, and I will end it with this. I in Roman times there was always one thing that was said. Uh, with every tyranny, there's always a downfall. So to every one government that wants to be or wants to control their civilians or wants to control society, there was always a downfall. And unfortunately, people haven't learned from Roman times how many Roman cities, how many Caesars have fell to what they were trying to control civilization and trying to control society. And what ended up happening?
More than
You know, the same way that in government, you can never trust anyone in government as well. Everyone is always out for themselves and out for their own belly.
Corruption at its finest, man. The
Always
land we
at
live
its
in has been built off tyranny.
Correct.
You know
Correct.
what I
Guys,
mean?
real quick.
You're only gonna get what you sow, man.
Yo, not
That's
to
right.
cut you guys off real quick, but when you guys get a chance, do me a favor. Can both of you guys, like, when you get a chance on your phone now, if you go to your profile, try to, go to mine, right? And then from there, share on yours, because I can't do it. I'm trying to do it to share on Manny's and yours. And you
Oh,
can
I got you. Yeah.
Just so you know,
No,
you
I
guys
got
have it
you,
there.
definitely.
So because your friends can watch it too.
Of course, we're
But
gonna share
anyway,
this. We're gonna share all
Yeah,
the
go
other
ahead,
ones as
go ahead,
well.
bro.
I
What
think
you
I got
saying?
the other ones too.
Wait. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
I said go to my page or the Locked In podcast page, right? And then you can share it on your page. I can't share it for mine. I don't know why I can't find you or Mania. It's been weird.
On Facebook, you mean?
Yes.
Hold on,
So
I
your
gotta get
personal
out of
feed.
here, right?
Okay, no. Do it later. Do it later. Don't worry about it. Do it later
Oh.
then. If you get the computer on you. Anyway, go with Saber. You're saying that society now it's making it harder for people, as far as like with jobs, it's like a lot of competition and there's a lot of well, it seems like people want to get jobs from home without doing anything, and I understand that, but at the same time, you got to put the work to get to that level.
They made it possible though. They even gave people free money.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten a cent.
because you work. That's why.
All my life I've prayed to get free money.
Free money, isn't it nice? We all want free
I
money.
can't wait for one day to be able to just get free money, man.
Listen, the closest to free money we can get is Monopoly money.
Bro,
He said
I
it,
know
he
a
said
lot
that
of
word.
people that got some PUA money and they're rich, man. I'm telling
Well,
you.
listen, that's the thing. That's another thing too. For those of us that don't conform to society, or for those of us that actually follow protocol and we follow rules and we follow regulations and we work honestly and we work devotedly, yes, we're the ones to suffer. We're the ones to suffer the most. Those of us that are actually hardworking and so forth, yeah, we suffer the most. And then you got the other people, you got the other portion that actually know how to work the system and they get free money. Some that do need it, and it's a small percentage that do need it, but then there's a large percentage that don't, that still get free money. It's greed, it's simplicity, it's easy.
Well,
it's easy money. It's however they feel.
Right. That's the whole thing, bro. Guys that are making 70,000 a year don't need it. They're not gonna get that 3,000, 2,000, that 1,400. But yeah, those guys still want to get it. I'm like, geez, if I don't get much money, I'll be okay. I'll be giving money. I mean, if I had if I was making 100K a year, even 70K a year, which is only 30,000 less. I mean, we're talking about.
I gotta leave and come back in. I don't know why. It's very low the volume. Give me 1 second.
Okay, brother.
Okay, leave it. Come back. Go on the messenger. There we go. You come right back.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I understand 100% what you mean. When it comes to the working class, when it comes to you can hear us?
Yeah, much better.
Much better. There we go.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you as well. It sounds better too.
How long are we gonna make this podcast? Just so I have an idea, guys.
You can leave whatever you feel like.
From what it sounds like, we can talk all night, man.
We'll go 49
Absolutely.
minutes. We'll go about an hour and 5 minutes. So about in another like 15, 20 minutes, we're gonna wrap it up. Not even 20
Wait,
minutes.
let's ask Manny. Are you okay with that, Manny? You want some more
Oh,
time?
absolutely. No. Absolutely. That's
It's
good
up
for
to you
me,
guys.
bro.
I got more time. I mean, I can stay a
G
little
Money
later.
is G Money's call. He's the one who invited us, though.
Keep going. Keep going.
God
Good,
bless.
good. I'll let you know.
Of course. God bless.
So
So,
is there a
yeah,
topic
definitely.
you want to end this interview with? What do we want to do? What do we want to end it
I
on?
just want to let Manny finish real quick. Finish his thought. Then I will go back to we'll move on to the next topic.
All right.
No, it's just a quick. It's a quick thing, in society right now. You see how we're all not. I don't want to say we're demonstrating or doing a silent demonstration to a lot of companies and a lot of organizations about working. You know how we have no stability, we have no respect, we have no type of reasonable income. Because let me tell you, right now they actually raised the minimum wage on certain states and in certain places. They raised the minimum wage. But you know what's funny? If you haven't seen, because of inflation, the minimum wage no longer is minimum now. It's back to where we were before.
Bro,
So, yeah,
you hit something so
we
much
can
on the money.
be-
I'm so glad you're talking
We can
about
be at 15
Right.
in Pennsylvania. Minimum wage is $15 an hour, so forth, I think it is. However, when I heard in another state, I'm not sure if it's Ohio or Utah, I won't, don't quote me on that, but their minimum wage is still $7.50 or $7.58 an hour. And yet, because of inflation, to be honest with you, we're basically still bare minimum. We're still bare minimum. We're still feeling the effects. We still can't seem to catch up to bills. We still can't seem to catch up to normal living.
Right.
You
Be
know.
right there. So you don't have to leave just paycheck to paycheck, or just have a little money to you feel comfortable. Like you need to buy something
Absolutely.
big and take a trip. Like why, for
Absolutely.
example, I gotta wait, or you gotta wait, all of us gotta wait 3 or 2 paychecks to take a nice trip to like Vegas or Florida or Miami, and then buy a nice piece of furniture. It could be $200 when you get it in one
But
shot.
even that, with you saving money, let me tell you something. Even with you trying to save money, there's always a bill that tends to pop up out of nowhere. Now, aside from that, that's reality.
Everything is systemized. Ready? I see it firsthand because I go buy material every day, man.
Yeah,
I
it
go
works,
fix
right.
people's houses every day. Ready? First, it started when the pandemic started. Guess what went up? You guys remember lumber, right?
Lumber.
Yep.
Boom. The lumber prices go
Toilet
up.
paper. You couldn't find toilet paper.
The
It's
lumber
crazy.
prices go up. People couldn't even buy a 2x4 for less than $5-6.
I don't know
Crazy
where
shit.
prices go up.
Now the lumber went down. Guess what went up? Roofing material, sheetrock.
Make our life harder.
It's systemized, man. Everything goes up. But guess what? What else has gone up, guys? Gas. Why is the gas going up?
Correct.
Because they're making back all the money that they gave to people for free.
Free, exactly. Yeah.
The systemized ideas. Man, listen, I'm here for a reason, guys. I see everything. I'm awake, guys. You know what I mean? They can't fool these eyes. They can't fool these eyes right here.
Absolutely. But it's not only that. You know what else too? Do you feel or do you think that after, let's say after the country recovers the money that they've invested in us, or they
recoups the money, right?
You think they're gonna lower the prices of everything down again? No, they're actually gonna keep it up.
Last time the gas prices went up, you know what happened? War.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
We've been there, done that, bro. I'm awake. I've seen these things before. You know, I've seen it before. It's nothing new to me, man. This is only new to people who are let's call it brainwashed and
or they're
feed
into
really whatever is fed to them through the social media, through YouTube, through TV. Bro, we lived in a fucked up world. It's sad to say. There's so much beauty in this life. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I love life. I love the life that God has given to us. And I want to bring God into the conversation as well, because I'm very inclined with faith, guys. You know, and I didn't start off the conversation with it, but I want to start it now and say it now at least, and say peace be upon you, my brothers, always.
And also with you. And also with you.
Because that's what got me to this position that I am today. God, first and foremost. right? And we got to talk about God a lot more in this society because that's what people are lacking. A lot of people are lacking the base foundation of life. And what is that? Guidance. A lot of people,
Correct.
they want to talk shit about religion, this and that, which is another topic that we can talk about.
It's
on
on
the
its own,
podcast.
bro. It's a no other conversation.
You know what I mean?
People are not ready for
But-
these conversations.
But in my life, what I have experienced and what I've gone through, the main thing that got me through whatever I had to go through was God, knowing that He's always there for me. Because you do not
You
have
know-
family when you think you have. They're going to be there for you. You don't have friends when you think they're going to be there for you. I'm telling you, man, do not forget there is a creator in this world that is above all. That's all I'm going to say about it.
And that's what I'll add with you. As humans that we are, we all need belief in something. We need belief. We need faith, and faith is one of the strongest drive that we've had in life. If we don't have faith, if you haven't noticed, for those that don't have faith in something, they're lost.
I call it a
being that
map
you're
to
lost.
life. A map to life.
Yeah,
Correct.
good way to say it.
And
Good way to put it.
it's not set in stone how you walk that life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No.
But-
Everything is different. Everyone's different.
You just use it as a guidance,
Right.
and you're allowed to make mistakes, right?
We all
Everybody's
do.
gonna
That's
make
how we learn. That's how we
mistakes.
learn.
Is what makes us who we are. God created us to sin. We're not born to be
Absolutely.
perfect. If we were made to be perfect, God was gonna wipe us off the face of the earth and create something else.
Bro, we're
Correct.
far from perfect, bro. All we can do is strive for perfection. And he's right. Unfortunately, it's an
Right.
ugly world. Funny thing is, speaking of Dave Chappelle, I think Manny's seen this. Big Manny's seen this once. I posted his meme maybe like about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, like in 2016 or something like that, of Dave Chappelle. And he's doing like, he's got the same head that Ro got on, a little bucket. He's talking on the mic, one of his comedy specials. But it was a meme. And he said, it seems like, real people, it seems like the liars and the bullshitters and, basically the haters and a lot of, the sticky ones get everything they kind of like, everything gets handed to them or they get everything they want. And the real people, they work hard, go through the most bullshit and the most, all these kind of scenarios to get to that, what they got to get. They work that fire. And that, I remember I posted it and I shared it as a memory about a year ago. And it's such a true quote, bro. Such a true meme because some memes are bullshit. It's a real meme. People like us that believe, have faith, got to go through all the hard stuff, bro. Like God, it's almost like God tests you, God, Allah, the creator, he tests you by making you go through the hard stuff because then you can enjoy more. And life is a struggle. To live is to kind of, to struggle, to suffer a little. But to
Majority of
survive is to
people
find
that are
meaning,
successful, majority of people that are successful have gone through countless amount of failures to get to the
Yeah.
success that they have gotten to.
You only fail if you don't try.
You don't become successful in a day's time unless you're some kind of internet sensation. What do they term it as? What's it called? I forget
They
the
make you
term.
famous. A blogger? No.
An
No.
influencer.
No, how people just get famous overnight on social media or whatever.
A TikTok sensation.
It's
No,
not
it's like
coming to me
basically
right now.
it's called like viral, like going viral.
Yeah, going viral. That's
Going
it.
viral.
Going viral
A
over
viral
social
influencer.
media in a day.
Or two.
We
two
don't
nights,
have that
two
luck.
nights.
That's like
Nah,
that's
we
like
don't
a
got that
1 in
luck.
a million chance right there.
I wish we
Absolutely.
could do that.
Absolutely.
No, you're right, bro. It's funny, Manny, real quick, right? I want to stick to this topic for a quick second, and we're gonna talk a little about basically about life and work balance, and then we kind of like wrap it up in a few. But you said it one time. You posted saying that it wasn't you said it. You just kind of posted a meme said let's stop making stupid people famous, and he had a lot of like a lot of dumb people. Let's be real, who are famous. I mean, everything
Yeah.
from that Cash Me Outside girl. How about that? To Takashi. To somebody else. I don't fucking know, dude. I mean, a whole lot of them.
What's
And again,
funny is
and no, I'm not talking about the Kardashians. The Kardashians actually, even though I don't think they're that talented, they actually do something. I mean, they had a rich dad, whatever. God bless them. I'm talking about people after. You know what I mean? Like, again, like the girl, she
Yeah.
disrespected her mother. She said Cash Me Outside about that, and then she got a deal, a record deal. Okay,
I mean,
it happens.
and
But damn.
that's the thing about society right now. They're making stupid people famous. And you know what?
Trend.
You know what's funny?
It's an
These
agenda.
people that we're calling stupid, to be honest with you, they're walking to the bank and they're cashing the checks, man.
Yeah, they're not as dumb as
You
they
know,
seem, bro.
I
They're
mean,
dumb, but they
we
make
can
money.
call them
so-
we can call them stupid. We can call them whatever we want. In another sense, you got to think of it as smart. I mean, for all we know, they're probably acting, and this
in a
is
weird,
one of
right? Smart, in a kind
their
of like
characters.
in almost like in a by chance way, in a kind of stupid way, doing like dumb shit online, making drunk videos, you know,
How
talking
many
a
people?
lot, making
How many
business,
people
but
have
they're
done
making
that?
money.
How many
So
people have done? How many people have done stupid videos and all of a sudden
TikTok
they're a sensation? You know, one dude is the same. Okay, as a matter
sensation.
of fact, the best example is the one guy. I don't remember his name or whatever. But all he does is he points out how simple something is. All he does is he puts out his hand and he shows you how you can do something. That's it. I don't know the name of the guy. Yeah, all he does is he puts out his hand. You know, he puts out his hand and that's it.
Yeah.
So, and he became a viral sensation overnight just from that.
It
Like
just happens that way.
one TikTok video was showing you how a guy got his coat stuck in a car door, and he went and got a scissor and cut the jacket or something off.
Right.
So
Small
this guy
things like
decided,
how to cut something, and you know, they make you money.
yeah,
It's
but this
crazy.
guy, he decided, he made a video, and all he showed was, which was very simple, just open the door.
You think?
Just open the door.
Jeez.
You know, just open. And it's funny because people started laughing, and it's very hilarious. But if you notice,
That's what I
also,
like.
he didn't say a word. He didn't. All it was a gesture and an expression. That's all it was. It was like making silent comedy from back in
The 30s.
the good old days. You know, yeah, from the
Charlie
30s and
Chaplin
20s.
comes to head. Charlie Chaplin, right
Charlie
there.
Chaplin. That's right.
Exactly.
Three
One of the
Stooges.
king of silent movies. The king of silent movies.
The king.
So
Charlie
yeah,
Chaplin, man.
without saying a word, all he
Bean,
did was
Mr.
express.
Bean, we can't forget about Mr. Bean.
No,
Oh, yeah,
we
Mr.
can't
Bean.
forget about
Yeah,
Mr.
he's
Bean,
more
Laurel and
recent, but yeah,
Hardy.
yeah.
Laurel and Hardy. We can't forget about Laurel and Hardy.
Benny Hill,
I mean,
Mr. Bean. Yeah.
Benny Hill, yes. You know, Three Stooges. I mean, all these guys. They showed us and expressed themselves without words, and that's what this guy did. He just did a video showing you like, how dumb can you be? You could have just done this. Why are you doing this? Just by showing a gesture, and then he points at it. So, and he became an overnight sensation. I mean, bro,
I want
just
to
not too long
reiterate
ago.
on the money thing, guys. I think you guys
Yeah.
will all agree with me on this. More money, more problems.
Correct.
It's
Right.
always going to be
Well,
correct, right?
Seems
I
that way.
live-
Yep.
I live a humble life, so I rather
But
live a humble life.
also,
Same
what
here.
I will say is, money isn't everything. But in the life
No.
we live in today, money is everything.
They make it everything, yeah.
Correct. But
A lot
to
of
be
people
honest
that are
with you,
successful, they got money. If you ask them, are they happy with their life? A lot of them will.
Because money's not always
Truthfully,
freedom.
they're not, but they're not gonna say it.
Or
But
always
they're really
happiness.
not happy, man.
well,
Why?
I mean,
Because
money.
they don't have a base. They don't have a base. My base is faith in God.
Correct.
God will give you
That's
what
what
you need, bro.
that's what I wake up every day thanking God that I'm alive. I'm standing vertical, man.
Correct.
What are we gonna take with us when we go under the dirt, guys? You tell me. Are we gonna take money with us?
Nah,
No.
can't take it with you.
Hell to the nizzo.
Yo,
No, we don't take anything.
real quick, and I'm gonna let Manny talk, and I'm gonna let you finish too. J. Cole said the best. He said, "Money, count it up, the song, count it up." You know, talking about, bro. You know, because you're the other DJs, you know the song. He says you can't take it with you, but you need it every day. Basically, it's like a riddle. What do you need every day to survive in a way, but you cannot take it with you. Really, I mean, you can't take money like scuba diving. You'll get wet. Like when you die, bro, you will not take money with you, bro. It's your legacy.
And it's
When money became paper, that's when a lot of corruption started in this world. Because before there wasn't money, it was all trade. It was skilled trade, merchants.
Right. It was
You would trade somebody something for something else.
It was good to trade.
And
yeah,
like the
trader.
song said back in the days, back in the 90s, especially with Biggie and Jay-Z and Mace and everybody together and Puffy.
Yeah.
More money, more problems.
More money,
With
more
more
problems.
money, there's more responsibilities. With more responsibilities, more problems.
Spend
It's
more money,
always
more
been one of the most popular songs that we spit out in New York. More money, more
Oh,
problems.
yeah.
The
more
devil
money,
is
more problems.
working hard, man. The devil is
DK,
working
classic.
hard, guys.
Yeah.
So
Every day. Every day. He wants to lure people away from the truth.
correct.
You
And
know
let me
it, bro,
tell
you
you,
know
I
it.
mean, even to this day, I live humbly and simply. I don't really need and the majority of us, to be honest with you, we don't really need much to survive. Four walls and a roof, food.
You're blessed.
I mean,
Food,
that's enough, And then when you
well-being,
gain a
bro.
family,
Good mindset.
when you gain
know
a
what I mean?
family, you expand your generation, you expand your life. Even though
Yeah.
your life per se ends, their life continues, and they push on your bloodline, your generation. So it's always a blessing too, you
They
know.
continue the legacy. Correct. 100%.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's one of the blessings of life. You know, life is not really for what we can live now
We
and
want to
what we can
strive
live
to put a
yesterday.
positive impact into the world here. You know what I mean? We don't want
We're
to bring
trying.
no negativity into the
And
world.
let me tell
The
you,
devil
and let me
already
tell
does
you,
enough of that.
as to add to this, and I will end with this, you know, life isn't as difficult. We make it difficult. Only you can control how difficult you want to make your life.
Life is
Life is
very
very
simple.
simple.
Humans make it
It's very
complex.
simple.
Yeah,
Yes.
we make
It's
mistakes.
very simple.
Life is perfect. We make mistakes, and that's why life is not perfect for us. Like things are
What we
mathematically how they
can,
are. Our mind,
absolutely.
because your mind makes you think more, and sometimes you mess up in everything. I mean, it could be journal line. We think too much, you're gonna fuck up a little bit. And we have a tendency as
Absolutely.
humans to overcomplicate things, and you guys can concur with this. So yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Manny, tell
And
people
that's
your Instagram so they can follow you on your Instagram, and then I'm gonna tell people mine as well.
absolutely, absolutely. You can follow me, of course, at MannyManolo.com, of course. Manny, Mannie, Manolo, Manoelo.
Facebook. Yep.
My man
At
got his own
Instagram and at
website.
Twitter.
That's professionalism right there at its finest,
And at
baby.
Twitter. At Twitter, you can find me as well, Manny Manolo. And you can also find me on Facebook. Soon enough, also, be on the lookout. I'm gonna have some open box on YouTube. I got some good body gear
Body
for security and self security, home
You
security
know I'm gonna call you for that.
equipment.
So
So yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm gonna have vests. I'm gonna be open box. I'm gonna be showing some vests, some new vests that are coming out, some new Cavaliers, some new scratch-proof shirts that are good for rash guards for self-defense and stuff like that. So
nice.
I mean, be on the lookout for
Both
those
use it.
videos as well.
All three of us work
You
in the
know.
club business, nightlife business. So I mean, you're a security.
Oh,
Also
absolutely.
DJ,
The
my man
good thing
DJ's
is
here. He's done.
this
He needs
open
some
box
security too. So
that I'm gonna have, this open box that I'm gonna do the YouTube on, it's actually a brand new it's a vest, however it's in a shirt. So you have a plate, you have a chest plate and a back plate, but it's in a shirt, which is good for home defense. It's good for everyday wear. It's very flexible. The plate
Well,
itself
I'm
is
gonna
flexible.
need to holler at you about that then.
Absolutely, absolutely.
definitely
Security
give me
gear,
some.
any type of security
Billy's
gear,
a little crazy right
gunsmithing.
now, man.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that I'm going to start putting on YouTube. I'm going to start doing open box. I have a couple of new equipment also that just came in for people that don't want to spend on ranges. You know, right now ammunition is very expensive, so there's a couple of new
Make sure you
equipment that's
follow
coming
me on
out,
Instagram as
red
well,
dots
right
and so
here.
forth. Oh,
The
absolutely, absolutely.
The
I'm
highway up.
seeing it.
Follow
I'm
my
seeing
man.
it.
DJ
I
I'm
Rose,
keep
the
seeing
it
it,
highway up.
simple. You can
definitely.
follow me on my Instagram, and then you'll tune into everything that goes on in my life.
Yeah, basically get to
Absolutely,
know you.
absolutely.
So you guys make sure. So all right, so real quick. So Manny, if you want to add my man here, he goes by his Instagram is the highway up, but on Facebook it's actually Zidane, like the soccer player Zidane from France, and
Gotcha.
Relind, and then you can find, I mean I'll text it to you if anything, or you guys can talk behind the scenes.
Yeah. We good.
So definitely hit him up. Also check out some of his music and sit to you, Relind. Check out some of the DJ Rowe. Check out
You
I mean,
already
maybe some of
know.
his
You
music.
already know.
And
Definitely.
also, so we gotta talk behind the scenes, guys. We'll make something work behind the scenes because me and Manny gotta talk about some stuff anyway. We might actually meet up
And I look
for.
forward to doing this definitely again, man. I really want to
Oh,
do this again.
come
man.
on,
It
dog.
was
We
a
need
pleasure.
you, bro. We
Definitely a
need you.
pleasure.
Your
It was a
energy is
Thank you,
pleasure.
needed, bro.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I
Definitely.
really appreciate it.
God bless, of course, of course.
God bless you as
It's
well,
always,
brother. God bless you,
it's
my
always a
brother.
pleasure. It's always a
Another
pleasure to meet a good loving soul. It's always a pleasure meeting heartful people. You know, kind people. It's
Likewise,
very rare
likewise.
when you find
Likewise,
people
for sure.
that are kind and that are very nice in general and just in,
Like-minded. Yep.
it's
Definitely.
very hard to find nowadays. It's very hard to find. You know, so
No doubt.
it's very good. It's
Ro, do
awesome.
you gotta go now, or do you want to stay a little more? Because me and Manny might stay another few minutes. You gotta go. You said, or
I'm good, man. What's
Oh,
up? I'm about to
no,
roll
no.
me a joint real quick. I don't know how long we're gonna stay on here.
You know how I feel about that. Oh, good, oh, good. So, all right, guys. So check this out. So, yeah, definitely. So before we leave, right? Like before we kind of like this is the very last thing. Then we'll kind of do our closing statements, our closing comments, and we can kind of call it a night. So now, tell me a little bit. Let's start with Manny, then with Ro, because Ro, you actually got a family, and Manny actually, also has a family overseas too, like us. What's some of the ways you guys can kind of balance work life with like family life and what you do, so it doesn't make you go crazy, because working a lot can make you go a little, oh man, I'm stressed out.
For me, I've come to find out that communication is very important in that field.
Yes.
You have to be able to communicate with your family you know, at all times, you know, you gotta secure a communication between you,
understanding and communication,
and your family, and at the same time, you gotta know how to organize your time. Organization of time is very important
it's
when you want to be
super important.
professional.
Super
And
important.
if you want to be successful, organization is very important. I don't care who you are. If you're not organized, it's not going to go long term. It's going to go, and you're gonna hit a downfall at one point.
And you know what? To add to that, organization doesn't function without prioritizing. When you prioritize what's important first, and that's the key to organization, and that's the key to communication, and that's the key to keeping
good
your family.
point. Good fucking
when you
point,
don't
Manny.
prioritize your family first, when you don't prioritize your family first, and you prioritize your work first, then you lose. You have a lot to lose.
You definitely
Because
gotta
remember,
know what's
again,
more important. Yep, for sure.
Exactly. Remember, we support for our family. We do things for our family, not vice versa. We don't do things for our work. We don't do things for our job. You know, when we dedicate so much to working and we dedicate so much to someone else's business, or even a business that's not being, even though we control it and we run it, we still depend on other people to give us business. When we allow that to control our life, we lose and we miss out on what's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
Because now we've dedicated everything to the wrong thing. So that's where prioritizing comes in. Priority comes in.
Yes,
Priority
sir.
comes
Yes,
in
sir.
because
I
we have
agree.
to prioritize our family. We have to prioritize
Prioritize your time.
ourselves.
I second that. I second that for sure.
That's right.
I third
And
that.
the way it works is, well, you know, in Spain and in other Spanish cultures, we have a saying that goes, primero Dios y después sus santos, which means first God, then his saints. And the true meaning of that is,
Primero.
without you first, there is no other. There is no other. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't take care of your health, if you don't take care of your mental health, your physical health,
True.
your emotional health, then there is no one else. You can't help no one else because you can't even help yourself. And that's where things lose communication
100%.
as well. You know,
You gotta
so
love yourself before you're able to love others. Yep.
And
help yourself, help others,
that's
bro.
how it
Always do
works.
right.
Your first is yourself. Second is your family. Then everything else. Nothing else is important.
I want to make a
You have to
special
keep
invitation
yourself
to my two main friends right here. If you
God
guys are
bless.
not doing nothing for Halloween, y'all gotta come out to Black Diamond Lounge.
Oh,
on,
yeah. I gotta come out
29th
party with you, dog.
and the 30th. You guys gotta
Definitely.
come out, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, man. If you guys are not
No,
doing
that's
anything,
for sure,
join
for
me,
sure.
Manny. Hop on the
Definitely.
mix with me.
Inshallah.
You know what I
Inshallah, we
mean?
come, bro.
Give them a little 30-minute
Definitely.
set real quick.
Hell
Jump on
yeah,
there.
for sure,
Let's
for
make
sure.
it happen, baby.
Let's make it happen,
God
bro.
bless.
I'd love to
For
come,
sure.
bro. I mean, I'll let you know because, you know, I'm overdue coming there. And then me and Manny, we link up when he's in Philly. And he works at a club, too. He's security. He does a lot of jobs. So, I mean, so you're a handyman. He's a handyman. I'm kind of a handyman. Let's all get together at the club and hang out, bro. You listen to your music a little.
Next time we do this, let's sit in the same room.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Oh, we will. We will. Trust me.
No. We're also going to work on what we spoke about earlier before the podcast, or during the podcast. I think we're going to try to do this DJ thing live, man. That sounds like a great idea.
Dude,
I've been
I like
dying to do
that.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's give them the work.
Do a set live. Give them a set live. You know what I mean? Show them what it's all about. Show them the music that we enjoy and we listen to on an everyday basis.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give them some Albanian music for their ears.
That's what I was just mentioning. Music from around the world. Introduce people to not only what we hear here, but also what's listened to around the world. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you listen to other cultures. Not everybody raps about the same thing. Not everybody sings about the same thing. I've even learned that with other cultures. Other cultures, they actually speak about what's going on in their life and what's going on around them. Guys, just in case if I lose you, I'm losing battery power. So if it cuts off, I'll come back on. Don't worry about it.
No problem, bro. Real quick, so read a few things. I know it says Steve Ashley is actually me right now. Steve is actually on hiatus. He will be back next week. My man Steve will be back next week. So we got somebody said agreed to what you're saying, and then when Rose said what are you saying, that it gotta be all, you know, like kind of like it comes from you, love yourself first, it's all love from God, and then help others, and your family comes second, everybody else. Somebody said that's so true with 3 exclamation points. Then somebody said more men need to think this way. So we're getting some feedback. It's good. We're doing a good job.
God bless. I'm glad.
We're real. We're being real. That's why we get feedback, baby. As long as you're real, and speaking the truth, this is what happens, bro. People are gonna tag along. You know what it is.
Absolutely. God bless. And to all those that are listening right now and that are hearing these words and that are probably even
Thank you for watching.
considering and even making a change to their own life. God bless you. Do it. Believe you me, you won't go wrong. You won't fail.
Right.
And it's
It's
never too
actually
late.
the best
It's never
choice you
too
can ever
late.
make.
It's never too late. If you want
Give
to
me
be
one sec,
successful
guys.
in
I'll be
life,
right.
you got to accept change in life. Change is very important. You cannot progress in life without changing, man. This is what I've come to find out. If you want to be more successful, you want to get to better places in life, you got to change. If things haven't been working the way you've been doing things, obviously something's not going right. So you got to switch it up, figure it out.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. I'm listening to you, bro. So somebody said, yeah, definitely spoke the real. Thank you. Damn, people are liking this episode. I told you it's gonna be lit, bro. You cannot be lit when you have Ro and G Money in one place and you have Big Manny. I mean, come on.
Listen, they don't know these faces, bro. They better
They don't know
know
you yet, but they're knowing you now. No, they know you now, big dog. No doubt, bro. No doubt. Give me a second, bro. Don't leave it because so Manny, I believe he got disconnected. Let's give him a few minutes. Hopefully he come back. If not, then we'll kind of see what's up. Because I actually spoke to Manny. I was trying to set something
We're gonna
up.
act like he's here with us.
Yeah.
He gave us a lot of insight, on a lot of things.
He's like an open book, bro. It's my man, it's my guy, and he's definitely a very knowledgeable person, as yourself, bro, and as myself as well. So we all can bring something to the table. We're trying to bring, we're trying to do? We're trying to set up where we do maybe like a little brunch. Me and him, we might get together and get something to eat and just kind of kick it and chill. If you're free that night, bro, be sure to join us. It might be not Sunday, because Sunday might be 50-50, maybe Monday even. Just like one of those things. You just chill, get some nice food around the corner from here. Good Italian food, we can eat some halal too, because that's the thing, all three of us have very similar ideas. Understand what's going on. We all like different foods. We're not picky about things. We like to explore. Obviously, very similar and very diverse tasty music. So
when you can have a conversation with people and agree to disagree, it's always a blessing, bro.
Yeah, always a good one, bro.
A lot of people they on certain things, but not us. We keep moving. We keep it pushing. We're very understanding. We know how to understand others as well.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Yeah, if you look at it the right here, the comments are definitely going up, bro.
Process. Every day you learn something new.
You live and you learn, like the saying says. You live and you learn. I mean, the more you do something, the better you get at it. But it's always good to remember where you come from and not get carried away. Well,
that's what makes us who we are, because we know where we come from.
Yeah, bro, definitely.
And we're proud. We're proud about our background. We're proud about where we come from. We know what we is.
Of course.
You know what it's hitting for, baby.
Baby. All right, pose, perfect. All right, we definitely got some nice super chats, bro. We got some real life comments, which is great because it had been a long time since an episode was this lit. I mean, every episode's pretty good we do here. We don't do bullshit episodes, but with two guests and more people bringing perspectives, he helped a lot. So I'm glad you got to make it, bro. I'm glad Manny got to make it. Okay, here he goes. Hold on. There he is.
Yep. I'm coming on. My fault, guys.
Yeah,
We're back,
He's back, ladies and gentlemen. My man, the Spaniard, is back. I can't, good stuff, bro. I knew you just off for a few minutes. I said, let's wait for Manny. He'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm back. My fault. No, I just forgot to charge my phone. God bless, guys. God bless. Well, as I said before, before everything cut off and stuff like that, I'm glad people are actually giving us feedback and they're understanding and they're actually listening to what we're saying. As Ro was saying too, this is true life. We speak true words. Even Nas will say the same. True life, true words. These are life circumstances that it's life changing. These are experiences that I myself I went through. I had to learn the hard way. A lot of things of making sure the priority, making sure prioritizing yourself, making sure that you take time for yourself, for your self health, and then making sure your family is healthy. That's where security comes in. So security comes in after you've already analyzed and you've assessed everything else, and you've already prioritized, and as you say, Ro, organized yourself. Then security comes in place. Security teaches and it shows that our family knows where your priority is, whether it's your wife, whether it's your children. Remember, your children also needs that attention. Your family need that attention. Your wife
Whoever
needs
needs
that
some
attention.
4+ security, holla at your boy. I got dogs for sale. How you
Correct.
Oh yeah. Real quick.
But also,
He also breeds dogs, bro. So definitely keep that in check as well. Keep that in mind as well.
okay. He breeds dogs as well. I got that. I got you. But also, you know, to also put into perspective as well, whether you have a husband and wife, wife and wife, doesn't matter the circumstances. The organization and the prioritization is all the same.
Always the same.
It's all the same. You have to make yourself healthy first, mentally, physically, emotionally, then also secure your family. They're the second.
It's all about
secure
how you
them.
start
Secure
the
your
day,
partner.
man. Do you wake up and make your bed, or you leave it unmade and then you just walk out the house?
Absolutely. Because let me tell you, like you said, you know, you said that earlier, and I want to actually bring that up again.
Go ahead.
You said that earlier, how, you know, when you would come home, you know, it would be hard to come home to an argument, to a situation where you're dealing with a circumstance. I understand 100% what you mean. And I would tell you this, I've always expressed this to a lot of people, and I've always told a lot of people, you know, especially when they feel so exhausted and so tired, you know, the moment we leave home, we have what I call the body armor. It's the body armor of defense. It's a body armor of defense. The moment we leave home, we have this huge armor of defense that we are defending ourselves from everything and everyone and anything that may come across. Right. Why? Because we don't know what might happen. We don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. And especially the way society is today, and the way it's always been even prior to that, depending on where you grew up from. Yeah, you know, depending where you come from, your life is always on a risk. Your life is always in danger. You never know what might happen. I'm not saying that you have to live life in fear. No, not at all. But I do mean that when we leave home, we have this body armor on. When we go to work, we are wearing this body armor. And for every time we're attacked, whether it's physically, whether it's verbally, whether it's emotionally, it wears and tears off our armor. So by the time we come home, we're so exhausted, and it's not so much from the job, but we're so exhausted of the fact that we've been dealing with so much negativity during the whole day that when we get home, we're tired and we really want to take off this body armor and rest and relax. However, when you go home and you have another fight to look forward to, then you have to also continue wearing that body armor, as broken as it may be, because of everything you dealt with the whole day. You have to deal with it. You know, you have to deal with it because now it's in your home. Your home is no longer your sanctuary. And that's always a danger when it comes to relationships. That's one of the dangers in relationships. Having a little consideration for one another. And I'm not saying to forget what your partner, what the person that's home has to say or has to do. No, you can listen if they want to express themselves. Exactly. If they want to express themselves, listen. Even if you're exhausted, just listen. Then later, when you're better, when you're fully energized, when you know you've already finished your day, you've already finished your time, you've already eaten, you're about to relax. If you want to respond, then you respond kindly and you understand and have an understanding towards the person that you know is speaking to you. That's one of the best ways to actually continue in a relationship. You know, that's one of the words right here, man. It's the best advice that I can give anyone. To live in always wearing a body armor in defense is the worst way to live, because you will always be exhausted. You can't be free that way.
You can't live freely that way.
Correct. You will not. You will always be binded. You will always be not afraid.
Everything will be limited in life. You always will have limitations that way.
Correct. And you will always have in worry. So that's why I say security. Security is a very important thing in life. Security is a very important aspect and a very important trait in life. When you can demonstrate and you can make a person feel secure, believe you me, everything else falls in place. And like I said,
love what you do,
security is one of those things that not too many people know how to show or know how to use properly. You know, security is not only about, okay, I got all the money, or yeah, I'm big and bad. You know, anybody mess with you, I'll destroy them, or I'll kill. No, that's not only security. Security
Yeah.
means, and it can mean a lot of things, including emotional security, mental security, physical security.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Spiritual
and
security,
of course, a
mental.
family security, spiritual security. Absolutely, absolutely, and it all depends. Spiritual security can mean many
Yeah, they have a
things.
good
It
soul.
can mean a person that believes in Allah. It can mean a person that believes in David, or a person that believes in
In
God
Christ
Himself. I
or
mean,
God Himself. Yeah, right.
it's all in faith, and it's all how we believe in things. It's all how we choose to follow and choose to
Exactly.
live our life. You know, so yeah, family is one of those important things. Um, Children is just as important. You know what I mean? Our life is as important. You know, and again, that's all adding to what you said, Ro, earlier. You know, organization. Organization is one of those priorities. You know, that we must have together, along with faith and along with self-health.
One
These are all
hundred
very,
percent,
very
one
true
hundred
words,
percent,
bro.
baby.
Wise
You
words,
hit the
bro.
money.
Definitely.
I don't even gotta continue or say anything more on
Great to
that.
chime in. He's saying all the
Wow.
right things, you know, for sure. We're definitely getting some good feedback here. People are really appreciating all of us. And like I said, I really thank you guys for being here, man. I mean, we can talk about this for
Absolutely,
days, man, but I mean, that's the whole
I
thing.
love
And,
it.
you
I
know,
love it.
to be clear, right. To be
We
clear on
can't
this,
give it all to them right away, man. We got to cut it off.
no. Slow down. Yeah, no doubt. We covered a great amount of topics, guys. Let me see. We're about 126. Okay. You guys want to go for another, let's go for another 10 minutes. I think you might as well. We're going in a great flow here. We're doing good.
Damn, Z Money, damn. Are you paying me for more time or what?
If I'm paying you, eventually, shit, we're trying to get there. Let me get 4,000 hours. I got you. I'll break some bread with you guys. You know it, but YouTube don't pay me, man. Me and Steve don't get paid. We do this
I'm
for
the
fun.
best,
We like it.
baby.
We'll get paid
Anything for
eventually.
you. Anything for you, my love.
I got you, brother. I got you. I appreciate you too. I love you too, dog. But yeah, like I said, man, we covered definitely the importance of family, keeping a balance in life and work, working hard, but also working smart, not just hard. I mean, you know, knowing how to do things. We covered definitely the DJ life and how to move a crowd. Some of these guys couldn't move a fucking they couldn't even move, peck of people with a gun, so
No matter what you do in life, there are basic principles that everybody lives by. I don't care who you are. There are basic principles in life, and we spoke about certain things like organization, security, faith. All of these are factors of life that make us who we are today. Like Manny was saying, we went through hardships to get to this point that we're in. We didn't just get here overnight. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that's watching,
none of you guys
you gotta work really hard in this life, man, because there's a lot of haters out there that don't want to see you succeed.
Oh, they live for your downfall. They live to see you fuck up once, they can come at you. But when every time you do well, they keep your little head, they look at you, then they go down. But then with the smallest thing you do, it's not your fault. They'll try to talk crap on you. So yeah, people, everything's against us, bro. Like you said, Manny said it best. The hardworking man is not a sucker. He's actually the real man, but he's got to go through a lot of bullshit and do a lot of swallow your pride, go through the fire, go through hard shit, endure sucker shit. And then the suckers, then the people who don't deserve it, get everything for free because that's how it is. And again, it's in the
you got to go through a lot of struggles in life to find purpose. Right. You got to go through a lot of struggles to find purpose.
Let me tell you, struggles come in so many different ways. I mean, don't forget too, and I want to give if we have ladies or women listening too, I want to give a shout out to the mothers, single mothers. I want to give a shout out to the grandmothers, great grandmothers that are out there. I want to give a shout out to them, as well as I want to give shout outs to fathers, single fathers, grandfathers, everyone out there as well.
Without women, we wouldn't be here.
For the family, exactly. Now I want to say this too: single women, single dads, single grandparents. They struggle too when taking care of their children, when taking care of the children, taking care of the future. Sometimes it's hard for them too, especially again, like we were just talking about the whole inflation with the situation and circumstances that they're going through with inflation right now. Yes, okay, they rose up, the government has rose up the minimum wage, or they've rose up minimum income. However, with inflation, it made no difference. It made no sense. You put us back in the same place.
Expenses went higher, rent is higher, mortgages are higher, everything is higher.
So people are also struggling real life. People, especially when they're taking care of children that they have to, or children that were left to them because of maybe a sad situation or something that happened. It was an obligation they were freely able to take, and they freely wanted to take. we have to give them a blessing and a shout out as well. I know myself, a lot of people that struggle and a lot of people that go through things, and hearing some words of influence or words of positivity goes a long way. It goes a long way, even from the moment we say hello to a moment that we say, how are you doing? And not that we want to hear the words, oh, I'm good, I'm all right, I'm doing fine. No. How are you really doing?
Yeah,
how are you
be
really
honest,
doing,
express yourself with me, don't be
really,
what's bothering
exactly.
you? Is there anything that's wrong? Yeah, you gotta
And
communicate.
the thing is,
back to communication.
exactly. And the thing
right
is
there.
that a lot of us, we do that. We do say, oh, I'm good, I'm okay. And so we don't say the truth because we find it weak, or we find it in a sense is a weakness.
Yeah, right. You don't see
we find it as a weakness because we're worried
Yes.
about someone attacking us while we're at our most vulnerable, which is
or
true.
prejudging us,
It's unfortunately, which is true. It's unfortunate that not everybody you can actually tell them the truth and be like, you know what, today I'm having a bad day. I went to work and for no apparent reason, this gentleman started attacking me, or this woman started
all have
attacking
our bad days, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's hard also when we can't speak upon it, or we can't speak about it, or we can't express ourselves because of it. That's another problem that we have, which is why you have certain people that have like a mug face, or they're upset or pissed off, is because of that reason, because they can't express how they really feeling amongst their day, and they have no one to express it with, or no one they can feel that they can honestly or be honest with, so it makes life even harder when we don't have that, which brings a topic that we'll talk another time. But having a relationship with the right person, and I don't mean a person of relations in intimacy. I mean a relations, whether it's a friend or it's a family member or so forth, having an honest relationship. You know what I mean? That's also an important thing in our life. That's an important aspect in our life, because with that person, we are able to express ourselves, and not only that, but also get some words of encouragement. Every day we need a word of encouragement.
Yeah, exactly. No, we don't need that.
Some words of endearment.
Support goes a long way. That's where support comes in.
Absolutely.
Everybody's a friend like Big Manny here, my man Ro. Everybody's a friend like you guys. No doubt. No, you're right, bro. You're speaking the truth. No, but it is. And here's the thing. People say you need a mentor.
Something that we look forward to.
You can be a mentor, just like by talking to somebody.
G-Money, make sure you put our info in the description.
Well, yeah, and hopefully, you know what? Hopefully, from doing the open box videos, I don't know. Maybe I'll start doing a questionnaire, a question and answer. If anyone has questions, if anyone wants an advice or an opinion of something. I've studied in psychology and sociology for many years. Unfortunately, I didn't really I didn't work in it because I ended up doing other things because of responsibilities and so forth. But I'm always here. I'm always ears. I'm always willing to help anyone that needs help or needs some type of guidance, needs some type of advice. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need more options than what we're given. Sometimes we have options that we don't even notice that is right in front of our face. And until someone points it out, we really can't tell, or we really don't know it's even there. So, I mean,
no question, a lot of dumb question. Yeah.
That correct. There is no dumb question. There is no stupid question. Even I love that. I love all questions, any questions. Every question is.
The question's good, bro.
It's always invited. I mean, hey, G-Money, if anybody has any questions now, or if anybody's watching and has any questions, please feel free to ask any questions.
I tagged you guys both. I put your IG in your Facebook, Manny, and I put your IG in Facebook, Ro. So if you have any questions, they can kind of directly catch you guys, and like I said,
absolutely,
talk about that.
Absolutely.
Also, real quick, I want to take the time to give a shout out to my man Charles Dachel, who was here last episode. He's a capoeira stylist and martial artist. Great guy. Both of you guys would like him.
Nice. Charles, all right.
So, shout out to my boy Charles.
Charles, capoeira.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, he does capoeira, bro. He's a Jamaican guy and Haitian and Trinidadian guy who does capoeira. He does martial arts, capoeira, and some kickboxing. And he does bodybuilding too. So it's a great guy to have. We had a great episode, but it was kind of a little short, but it still ended up being good. And then today we had this great episode. This is a masterpiece. I mean, so far, one of the most viewed episodes already, bro.
Yeah, we definitely hit a lot of subjects today. I mean, in such a short minute of time. I mean, we've hit a lot of important points. We started off in a high point, you know what I mean, and we hit some important points.
What do you expect was going to happen when you put three guys like this in a room? What do you expect?
Absolutely. conversations can go anywhere. You know what I mean? It can go
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
We could do this
Started
for
off with
days,
the whole
guys. We could do this for days, but I think it's time to wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So again, guys, I appreciate you guys for coming here. It's been a great episode, a real pleasure. I wouldn't want to
Shout
be
out
nowhere
to
else
the
in the world
Lost
but
In
right here right now with you
Podcast.
guys.
Let's go.
Your first podcast,
Yes,
podcast,
yes.
bro.
Shout
For
out,
you,
shout
this is
out
third.
always.
This is your third appearance, Manny. We really like loving you back, man. Let's do this
God
again.
bless.
We'll
I
bring you back
appreciate
in a few weeks, bro. We can bring you back. I mean, I'm definitely.
Okay.
You,
I appreciate
and
it. I
you, Manny,
appreciate
always.
that.
Holla
You know,
at
you're
your
alumni
boy.
now.
You know where
So.
to find me.
Definitely, definitely.
You
That's
guys
my
are
role.
both part of the family.
Row.
Team Money.
The boy row.
Yeah.
God bless. G
Thanks
Money
for
in the
watching,
house.
guys. And
Manny
God
Manolo, as
bless.
always.
G
I
Money,
want to
it
tell
was a
everybody, as I
blessing.
always say,
thank you.
Manny Manolo always says, so be it, let it be so, blessed be easy, and everyone stay safe.
Stay safe. All my people out there, stay
Yes,
safe. Thanks for
sir.
watching.
And peace
My
be
family.
upon all of you. My blessings all onto you as well.
Peace upon all you guys. It's
God
been a great
bless.
one, guys. We'll do some more big things, guys. But until the next time, and we'll maybe do a second part
Definitely.
and with Steven there too. So awesome, guys. Thank
One
you so
love,
much, both you
one
guys.
love, baby. One
Hasta
love.
logos.
You
Hasta
already know.
logos.
Hasta luego.
One love.
One
Hasta
love.
logos.
One
Take
love.
care,
Buenas
guys.
noches.
All right, peace. Buenas noches, guys. All right, guys.
Buenas
Later.
noches.
I'm gonna reach out to you guys behind the scenes. Bye, bye, guys. Peace.